Hi everyone and welcome to my channel. So today's video is going to be about your state of having and how you always have something. Now you're always in a state of having. Okay. Now the title is going to be You are always in a state of having. Be mindful of what you tell yourself that you have. Okay. Now I have for you something that I want to show you, and it's this one. So I have awareness at the top, and then we have self-awareness, and then we have reality awareness. Okay, and I'm going to break down each one of these, and from this I'm going to explain to you how you are always in a state of having. Okay. Now, before I start, I want to read you something, which is, let me show you 1 second. It is the meaning of awareness. So when you Google the word awareness, this is what is going to come up. Awareness is the state of having knowledge, understanding, perception of a situation, a fact, or sensation. It involves being conscious of internal thoughts, emotions, external surroundings. Basically, when you close your eyes, for a fraction of a second before you have self-awareness of your body and your thoughts, there is a pure awareness, which is unshakable. It's like your baseline. It runs. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to exist. So this awareness is your real self. That's why people say, oh, you have your thoughts, but they're not yours. There is the observer. The observer, who is you, is actually this pure awareness, which is separate from your body and is separate from the mind. This pure awareness is the actual you, which lives through this body and experience the internal mind. So this awareness, which is you, at this present moment has a human experience in the form of, let's say, Maria, in the form of, say your name. So your pure awareness has taken the role and shape of you. Okay? So I just want to make this as a baseline for you to comprehend what I'm going to say next. Okay. Now, let me just now give you some more explanation about what I showed you. Now we said what is awareness, isn't it? Now, look at this. Awareness, your baseline, your pure awareness, which is separate from your body and is only observing the mind. It's like being in this body and observing this mind as a game. It's a game. This is why people say, oh, life is a game. Yes, it is. But it's much more sophisticated type of game. It's a spiritual game. Okay? Now, you have this pure awareness. However, because you have a human experience, this awareness wants to have a human experience, you also have self-awareness and you also have a reality awareness. Now, when you have self-awareness, okay, in this section, then you start to identify with your thoughts about yourself. I am a woman. I have a black hair. I am a white woman. I am this. I am that. I'm a petite. I'm big. I'm small. I'm old. I'm young, you see? So you have self-awareness. Your self-awareness is based on what you see about yourself, your labels, whatever you think about yourself as true. This is your self-awareness. Now, when it comes to your reality awareness, how would you describe your reality? Reality is functioning this way. This is difficult. This is hard. Anything that you can think of like outside of you is your reality. Oh, it's raining. I don't like the raining. I don't like this. I don't like that. Or it's the opposite. You describe reality, and this is your self-awareness about reality. So you have awareness about yourself and awareness about your reality. Okay? Now, let me show you something now. Why I say to you that you're always, at all times, in a state of having. Okay, let me show you. Now, one second. Let me just make it visual for you, because I like visual things. It's easier, at least for me. And a lot of times when I have this knowledge coming from my awareness, I have it in a visual form. Now, as we said, above is pure awareness, which is your actual being, and is unlimited, has no box. Now, however, when we go down to self-awareness and reality awareness, you then have those two boxes, and they are full. Can you see this? The two boxes are full. Why? Because you are always in a state of having. The content of your mind about reality and about yourself, there is always something. It's not empty. Otherwise, you're not going to be a human being. You're not going to be a human presence. You're not going to be life form. If you don't have something in these two boxes, you're not going to be a human. You see what I mean? Basically, in your mind, you have a box about yourself, which is full. And you have a box about reality, which is also full of stuff. So how would you describe yourself? Dun, 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 dun. How would you describe your reality? Dun, 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 dun. This is the fullness of those two boxes. So basically, those two boxes are metaphorical, but still, it's like really it's a box, because you can have one version of yourself. This has certain things in the box. Another version of you will have different things in that same box. So your baskets or boxes, whatever we want to call that, are always full. This is why I say to you, and I will repeat it a few times, you're always in a state of having. Now the question is, one second. Now the question is, are you in a state of having what you want, or are you in a state of having not that much what you want? You see? But you're always in a state of having regardless. Because if you don't have those two boxes, self-awareness, who I am self-aware that I'm a human, I'm a woman, I'm this, I'm that. And I have awareness about reality, how everything is functioning around me, surroundings, people, places, whatever. Outside of you, which we call reality. If you don't have those two things, you're not basically existing in a human form. You are above. You are pure awareness. And your pure awareness always, even if you are just a human being, you are always pure awareness. However, because you have a human experience, you are in a human form, you have those two boxes, self-awareness and reality awareness. And they're always full. The question is, are they full of what you want to experience, or are they full of the opposite of what you don't want? So when people say, well, my reality is this, my reality is that, I don't like this, I don't like that, there you go. You have in your box those you're declaring those things, and they are in front of you. You have it. There you go. You have it. Even though you don't like it, you still have something, isn't it? You may don't like your reality. You may not like yourself. You may not like your surroundings, but you still have something. So there is never a state of not having, of a lack. This mentality, oh, I don't have it. Yes, you may not have what you want, but you still have something in front of you, which is the absence of what you don't want, isn't it? So you need to be very mindful. You need to go above those two boxes. Those two boxes, now listen, those two boxes will always exist because we are humans. We came here to have this human experience. So those two boxes will always exist. Self-awareness, reality awareness. The question is, what do you want to have in those two boxes? Now, you want to have the ideal, not the thing that you don't want. You want to have the ideal, your ideal. Whatever is in your ideal should be in those two boxes. This is why people say, oh, brainwash your subconscious. Now, okay, I did that before, and I want to express this. This is my personal opinion. I don't force you to think that way. It's just the way it happened to me. But I want to ask you a question now. Now, because a lot of people on YouTube are suggesting listen to subliminals or listen to night out tapes with affirmations. Okay, now, I want to ask you this. Your self-awareness box and your reality box, when those two boxes were formed, did you went to bed with a sleeping tape for the negative things? Oh, I don't have this, and I'm going to listen to a tape to remind me and to say to my subconscious that I don't have something, or I'm not pretty, or I'm not smart, or I'm not intelligent. So for the negative things, or for the things that we dislike, we don't listen to night out affirmations. But for the things that we want, we will have to listen to night out tapes and brainwash the subconscious mind. So you see the double standard? I made a video about this. Double standard in manifestation. So be mindful of those things. Be mindful of what you are self-aware. Don't create those limitations for yourself, because you're going to have to experience them unless you go above those limitations with your awareness and ask those questions. This is how I awakened. I started to question things. Like, why do I need to listen to night out affirmations and tapes for the positive things, but for the negative, it was just one sentence, and I accepted that, and I was like, okay, now it's this way. So you have to ask questions so that you can realize for yourself, go above. Those limitations that we have are in those two boxes, self-awareness, reality awareness. Those self-imposed limitations are in those two boxes. However, your real self is unlimited. It has no shape, form, and in that respect, you have no rules whatsoever. You're pure awareness. So be mindful of what you tell yourself, What do you have now? Because when you say the negative story about it, which is present in your life, maybe, or you say something that you're lacking, you still have this story. So you're always in a state of having something. So be mindful of that. Be mindful of the story that you are accepting for yourself. Because you're always in a state of having. You're having something. You're always having something. The question is it what you want or is it what you don't want? So ask those questions. What is the story I have for myself, for my reality? Do I like it? Do I accept that? Why would I accept that? Why would I accept those standards, those rules? Why would I can go up? I can go above those rules. I can go above the limitations that I have accepted for myself. So pay attention to these things. Because when you say, I don't have it, I don't have an SP, I don't have this, I don't have that, you have something. You have that story which is present in your life. So you're always in a state of having. Be mindful of that. Be very mindful of that, okay? Now I'll finish this video. I wish you well, and I'll see you in my next one. Thank you, and bye-bye.